Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Are you scouring the web for the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals? Stop it. Get Rakuten. Rakuten is a shopping sidekick that gets you cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. Right now, you can get up to 15% cash back at the stores you love. You can even stack cash back on top of the biggest sales of the year. That's savings on savings. It's more time shopping and less time searching. With Rakuten, you're always saving at your favorite stores on the things you're already buying. Cashback is automatically added to your account as you shop, and you get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership reward points instead of cashback. It's truly a no-brainer. Now's the time to join. Up to 15% cashback ends on 12/2. Plus, new members will receive a welcome bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's Rakuten. Terms and conditions apply.
Sunday, August 10th, and this is Doing the Thing. I'm James Gilmore, and I'm here with Weekly Dose of Wickeds, Ashley and Sierra.
Hey. Hello.
And Keara Callahan from For Better Days.
Hey.
Amazing. We're going to be talking about everything happening in our worlds this week. Keara, how are you doing?
I'm good. A little tired, but I'm going to be energized after this call.
Amazing. And Ashley and Sierra, how are you both?
Oh, we're just living life.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Amazing. Well, if you're listening to this live on Wizard Radio Station, where we do the thing live every Sunday from 8 p.m. UK time, you can get involved on Instagram or Twitter at Wiz Radio. Now, Keara, you're in Spain at the moment, you were telling us.
Yes, I'm in Malaga, which is so exciting. It's by the beach.
Amazing. Is that what you've been doing? You've just sort of been sunbathing?
Yeah. I was sunbathing pretty much all day today.
Yeah. You know, I was outside. I was in Brighton, which is sort of like by the coast in the UK, yesterday, and I'm so burnt the tops of my heads today. So I was outside for like 5 minutes. So I feel like you surely have the whole tanning thing down. You know how to not get burnt.
Yeah, you have to reapply sunscreen 1,000 times a day at the beach here because the sun is just so hot. It's hotter than back at home, which I don't know. It seems weird.
Yeah. Well, you are in like the hottest place in Europe at the hottest time of the year, so fair enough. And Ashley and Sierra, how have you both been? I know one of you's recently become a mother as well.
Yes, my baby is about to be 1 in 2 days.
Oh my God, how that year!
Absolutely insane.
That's flown by.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
crazy.
How's the first year been?
Quite a whirlwind, but I think we're getting the hang of it now. We're getting ready to plan a birthday, or we are planning a birthday party. So
amazing.
That's lots of fun.
What do you do for like a first birthday party?
We're just kind of doing like a chill thing. We're going to do it at Sierra's house, actually. We're just going to have like a blow-up water slide, some snacks, just hang out. And, it's August and hot, so we're just going to be trying to stay cool, get some snacks, have some water fun.
Amazing. Now, Sierra, am I right? You've already got kids.
I do. I have 3. So I think the first birthday is more so like a celebration for Ashley than for the baby because it's like you kept her alive a whole year. Like the baby's not going to remember her birthday, but we're going to celebrate Ashley. What a great job she's done for a whole year of having this baby and nothing crazy's happened. So she's good.
Amazing. And as a sisterhood, I feel like that's what sisters is. It's a sisterhood. How have this past year, has it been testing? Has it brought you closer together?
I mean, I think we've been pretty good. I think that I watch the baby for Ashley 2 days a week, and we kind of have like a whole little village. I watch the baby 2 days a week. She watches my kids while I work on the weekends. She watches them 1 day a week. I think if anything, I think it's got us closer. I think it's crazy to see Ashley as a mom because I never thought I'd see it. Like, I've been a mom. My oldest is 12 and a half. So like, I've been a mom for, I mean, over a decade, but like seeing Ashley step into that role, it's been, as her older sister, just like a beautiful thing for me to see her just become such a wonderful mother. And I think someday she doesn't think she's doing a great job, but I'm like, you're literally phenomenal. Amazing.
Yeah, I definitely think it's brought us closer.
Amazing. Well, there we go. Well, thank you all for joining us this evening, and we're gonna just try to talk about some silly stuff over the next hour because there's a lot of sad, serious stuff happening, and there's people out here becoming mothers, which is crazy. But yeah. But I want to talk first about this new film that's come out. I think it was this past weekend on Amazon Prime. It's a remake of the sort of cult film War of the Worlds. And this new version stars Ice Cube. And the thing that everybody who's seen it is saying is just that it's awful. And there's no redeeming features. So much so that it has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. So what I want to know is, have you ever seen something so bad that it was almost good? It like sort of came round the other side. Or have you ever heard that a film is so bad that you're like, oh, I sort of need to see it? It's sort of like driving past a car crash. Keara, what do you think?
I definitely have. I feel like, I forget when it came out, but Sharknado was like a whole thing that everyone was like, oh, it's so bad. And I was like, I have to see it just because I need to understand why everyone is saying this movie is so bad. I think it kind of piques your curiosity as to like what makes the movie so bad. So you're like, okay, I'll give it a shot and still agree with everyone else.
Yeah, fair enough. Ashley, Sierra, what about you?
I think Ashley and I talked about it a little. We don't really watch what the ratings of movies are. We just kind of think if we think it sounds good, we watch it. So like we probably have seen some horrible movies. But one that comes to mind for me though is Napoleon Dynamite. Like I just feel like Napoleon Dynamite was such a stupid movie, but it's one of my favorites. I quote it all the time. I mean, still to this day.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I don't ever, like, I could tell you probably I've looked at Rotten Tomatoes, like, maybe once. Like, I don't ever look at Rotten Tomatoes, and then people are like, oh, it got such a bad score. And I'm like, oh, it did.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So I just kind of, if it sounds good, I watch it. If it doesn't sound good, I don't. So.
Yeah. You know, I do think there is such thing, though, like, when a film's so bad, it becomes entertaining. It's, like, one of the reasons I love bad horror films. Because, like, horror done badly is just a comedy at that point. But I think it was last year or the year before when Madam Web came out, that sort of Spider-Man spin-off film. And I just heard the worst things about it. And I went to the cinema and saw it. And it was like, I can't quite explain what made it so bad. But it was like, it was sort of every element of it. It was the plot line, the script, the acting, there's honestly every single part of it was awful. The fact that at the end of the film she's blind, there's nowhere else in the film does it allude to that happening. It's not that something happens and then she's blind. Like, it's just the last scene she's now blind. And it was so funny. And I feel like the whole cinema, we were all sort of in it together. Like, everybody there knew this was going to be a bad film. But the best part of the whole thing was there was a moment in the film where it's like really serious and you're starting to wonder as an audience member, is this about to get good? And it's like silent. You can hear a pin drop. And then you just heard in the cinema that I was in, somebody, like, the sound of sweets falling on the floor. And someone go, damn! And it was just like, it just cut through. And it was I'm going to say my top 10 funniest moments of life. Was just this terrible film, this like one serious moment, and that one guy ruining the whole thing. I feel like we all went through war and came out at the other side closer. What do you think's the worst film you've ever seen, Ashley / Sierra?
know the worst film, but probably the worst that like people say is the worst that I love is probably like the Twilight series.
Yes.
I love the Twilight series.
I love them so much, and they're so badly made, but like I love them. They're a staple. I watch them once a year.
You know what's interesting with Twilight and films like that is like the first Twilight film, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen them before. I've completely missed the boat on Twilight. I feel at this point, the first
Never
one was
too late.
Yeah. Well, maybe. They're actually doing a... Is it? No, it's not Twilight. It's the Hunger Games. Ignore me. To me, these are the same. They were at the same time. They're the same thing.
The Hunger Games is way better.
Yeah, Hunger Games is way better. I watch those way more often. I love those.
Fine. Because they're about to do like a Hunger Games play in London. There's like a big thing about it. But Twilight, the first one, I think was made really cheaply, because they didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And then it's always interesting when like it's successful, and so they make the second and the third, and it's like, oh well, now there's loads of money, but it's still really bad. If anything, it's worse because it's not as like cute as the first one. What about you, Keara? What's the worst film you've ever seen, or like a film that everybody else thought was bad but you thought was good?
Back when I was younger, every Friday, my family and I would like choose movies, and we would rotate who picks the movie of the night. And my sister doesn't like movies. She never watched them. And we're like, no, it's your turn. You have to choose. She spent maybe like 30 minutes trying to find a movie, landed on this horror movie called Robert the Doll. Super, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. I had never heard of it. It's like the worst movie I've ever watched, honestly. And we were just sitting through it like, what the heck? Like, why is this a movie? Why was it created? The budget must have been like $5 because it was honestly the worst movie ever. And we just kept making fun of it and the movie the whole time. And to this day, like, I think that movie came out like 10 years ago, and we make fun of her every week at least about it. Like, remember when you chose that horrible movie that you made us sit through for an hour and a half? I actually lost brain cells, I think, watching it.
That's so... Do you remember Bananas in Pajamas?
No.
Okay, I think this must have been a British thing then. So Bananas in Pajamas was like a kids' TV show, and the two main characters were these two bananas who wore pajamas. That's really as far as the plot goes, but they turned it into a movie, and I was sort of in your sister's position once. It was my turn to pick a movie, and this is back, like, we all went to Blockbuster and picked a film, and I was like 5 years old. So I picked the Bananas in Pajamas movie and made my entire family watch for probably 90 minutes. Just like, there's no discernible storyline to this. There's like, it really is just two bananas. Two like human-sized bananas dressed in pajamas. But I still think it's a classic. And I watched the other week, for the first time ever, I watched the Scooby-Doo movie. The live action.
The scary one? Yeah.
That is so good. That's actually...
I love the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yep.
I always assumed, because it was like it's Scooby-Doo, and I was not a Cartoon Network, like... I was much more of a live action kid. I was like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. Scooby-Doo wasn't for me. But I watched that film and I'd always assumed it was bad, but it was good.
It also had a bomb cast, though. Like, the cast in the Scooby-Doo movie was, I mean, I don't know about you guys in the UK, but like Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard, like that, they were, I mean, fabulous celebrities at the time even. So like, I feel like I watched it just for them. Like, I will watch anything with Freddie Prinze Jr. in it. I still think he's amazing. I love him. He's a very attractive man. I'm a big fan. I
don't know what else has he been in?
He was in the movie, what is it called when they remake The Girl Over?
I don't know.
I can't think of the name of it. When it's like he makes a bet. I think Matthew Lillard's in that too. Right? He was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah. Wait. What's the one where the woman and the man, and maybe it's Freddie Prinze Jr., met on another film? Is that I Know What You Did Last Summer? And then they were like dating when they filmed Scooby-Doo. Yeah,
they're married now.
There we go.
It's Freddie Prinze Jr. and I can't think of her name, and that's horrible because I love her as well because she's also gorgeous.
Daphne?
No, not Daphne. Daphne. Michelle.
Right.
What is her name? Yeah, they're married like for like 20 years.
Wait.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I was like, Michelle something. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. Love them. I will watch anything with either of them in it. She's All That is the movie I was thinking of with Freddie Prinze Jr. though, where he like makes over a girl at school who is not very popular. Yeah, I love him. I feel like he was like a heartthrob for when I was probably preteen.
So She's All That, Mean Girls, and Heathers are 3 separate films.
Yes.
But with the same central plot. And Clueless.
I don't know that Mean Girls, they didn't really get made over.
Well, yeah, she didn't get made over, you're right. But she did change herself to be popular.
And honestly, I've never seen Heathers. So I don't know about Heathers.
Fine.
Yes.
Well, anyway, there's an underlying theme there. I mean, there are only like 7 plots or something anyway, and then every movie is one of them.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so there we go. We really bonded over Scooby-Doo on that one. And that's not something I thought I would say. Did Thunderbirds travel to America?
I don't know what that is.
I don't think
Thunderbirds
so.
is.
What is... Oh, God, I never thought I grew up with such British references. Thunderbirds was like... I don't know how you'd describe it. It was sort of like puppets. And they were like on strings, like marionettes, I think they're called. And it was anyway, it's about this like Space Force. And they made that into a film, which was really similar to the Scooby-Doo movie, was my point.
Yeah, I just Googled it. I've never seen that in my life. But
Yeah, me neither.
Well,
they're kind of creepy. Yeah.
it was of its time. Like, now I don't know that kids would watch it, but back then, this is like the time when, when you watch like The Wizard of Oz and you realise that there's no scenery, it's just painted backdrops.
Yeah.
And like those early like superhero movies when you're like, oh, that's literally just like a figure flying across the sky. They didn't even film this with a human. It's of that time, I think. Well, anyway, we are going to be back after this break and we're going to be talking about... I think we're going to talk about people sneaking into concerts because of another big story this past week. But we will be right back after this.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
And we are back on doing the thing. So the police are investigating allegations that hundreds of Oasis fans snuck into their gig at Wembley Stadium last week without a ticket. Up to 200 people allegedly paid £350 each to be snuck in via a disabled entrance of the venue. Now, obviously, Oasis's world tour are coming to America, and I think parts of South America as well, and Europe, is, one of the hottest tickets in town. The tour started a few weeks ago in the UK. And all of these dates have sold out. Every ticket's gone, some for hundreds of pounds. So, Ashley and Sierra, would you ever sneak into a concert that you didn't have tickets to? I feel like I know the answer, but I'm just asking.
Yes, 100%.
Really?
I would pay. I did the translation or like not translation, whatever. I figured out how many 350 pounds was in US dollars. I would pay $471 to sneak into the Eras tour.
Wow.
100%. At first I was like, no, absolutely not. And then Ashley was like, Eras tour. And I was like, I would have taken a job with the Eras tour and quit as the show started just to watch it. So yes, I would have 100%.
Wow. That's
the only thing I can think of.
Wow. All right. I really thought this was going to be a hard no. These people are idiots.
Me too, because at first I was like, absolutely not. It's unsafe. I can't believe they would do that. Like the fire marshal, like the fire codes alone. And then Ashley was like, Eras tour. And I was like, okay. I was like, how many people fit in the Wembley Stadium? 90,000? What's 200 more?
Yeah. Ashley, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, so like, by rule, I am a rule follower. I don't break rules. But the Eras Tour, I would sneak into that. That's about my only, the only thing I would do. Any other concert, no. That's against the rules, not going to do it. The Eras Tour, I would have done it. I stayed
sketchy things for the Eras Tour.
I stayed after work for 5 hours. At my job, I sat there on the computer trying to get tickets because I was already logged in there. So I sat at work for an extra 5 hours to get those tickets, and I did not get them.
I see.
So I would have for that alone.
But what if...
else. I'm a rule follower.
What if it was $470, you had to sneak in, but they were in the top section of the stadium, right at the back?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Wow. I still would have.
Fine.
Okay. We are die-hard Taylor Swift fans. We've loved them since we were teenagers.
Yes.
And I would do it now.
Before anyone loved Taylor Swift. We used to go get her CDs when they would come in at midnight. We'd go, literally, our parents would let me drive, Ashley and I, to Walmart. We'd wait in line and go buy her CDs. We were diehard Swifties. The fact that we never got Eras Tour tickets was heartbreaking. And at first, I was like, nope, absolutely not. I would not break that rule. And I was like, I would. For Taylor Swift. That's about it.
Only Taylor Swift. No one else.
No one else. Not a single person I could think of that I would break it for.
Have you seen her live before?
Yes, I have. Ashley has not. She used to come to Charlotte, North Carolina. She doesn't anymore. I don't know what we did that she no longer likes us, but I used to go when she would come to Charlotte, and I paid a lot of money for those tickets. That was Fearless, I think, is the last time I saw her live, and she puts on an amazing show. And even if you're in the nosebleeds, she'll just pop up. You have no idea. She'll just show up in the back, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's right there.
Fair enough. Okay. Keara, what about you?
I'm also a mega rule follower. I hate breaking the rules. I get stressed out anytime I do something which I think is going to be wrong. But yeah, I think I would do it for Bad Bunny. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Anything for Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, okay.
Have you seen him before?
No, and that's the thing. Since I've been traveling for the last year, he was on tour and stuff, and every time I would get to a new location, I would just miss the concert. So, yeah, I would do whatever, I think, to see Bad Bunny live.
Wow. So it's interesting that you're all rule followers up until it's your favorite artist, and then actually, screw it, they've made enough money. Yeah. Okay, do any of your opinions change if this investigation happens and they actually identify the people who snuck in and I don't know, fine them or punish them in any way?
I mean, what's the punishment? Is it community service? Because
it's not going to be prison. So
okay, well then probably I would be fine. Is it a fine? I have to pay a little more money? I would probably do that too.
See, this is the thing though about America, not about the prison thing. Everything's so expensive. Because I was afraid to say it, but I'm not. I'm going to be brave. I went to the Eras tour, and I did not pay that much money for tickets. And I had a good, I mean, I wasn't in the pit, but I had decent position. And this is really where laws can help society. Because you guys are lawless in the States. There's no saving you.
I agree.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. It's crazy. It's crazy.
They said that some people, it was cheaper for them to fly from the US to Europe to go to Spain, UK, whatever, to watch Taylor Swift play than it would be to get tickets in the US or whatever. And they're might as well just make a vacation out of a concert, basically.
Yeah.
If Sierra had a passport, we 100% would have.
Yes, it was my fault. I don't have a passport. I still don't. So if I had a passport, I would have jumped on a plane. And I don't even fly. I only flew one time, and it was a horrible experience. But I would do it for the Eras Tour.
Fair enough. This is going to really upset you then. One of my friends, I moved to France for a year. And whilst he was there, it was when the Eras Tour was in, I don't know if it was Paris or Lyon, but one of them. And he, is sort of knows the music because she's the biggest pop star in the world. And a week or a few days before the concert, they released extra tickets that, sometimes they go into the venue, they don't realize they've got more space than they thought they had. And for €90, he got a really great seat. But hey, it's fine, whatever.
No, our tickets were thousands of dollars. Like, it was not feasible. I mean, it was thousands and thousands of dollars for the Eras Tour.
That's crazy.
And I also think, I don't know who I would pay thousands of dollars to see. Like, would you actually pay thousands of dollars for Taylor Swift?
No, I mean, I think we could have. I honestly, if I didn't have children and like a whole like family to support, I might have. Like, irresponsible Sierra before I had kids, I probably would have. But now that I'm like a whole adult and, you know, I have kids and like a husband to think about, no.
She says
we could have.
Her
I mean,
eyes.
there were tickets. Yeah, I mean, there were tickets that we could have bought for. I mean, we could have paid like, I don't know, like $4,000, but that wasn't happening.
No.
So at the time, I was married, but I didn't have kids, so like I probably would have.
Fine.
I would have.
If I would have went with her, she wasn't going alone.
I wasn't going alone, but because they weren't in our city, we would have had to take a trip. We would have had to stay somewhere. Like, it would have been a whole thing. And I'm not doing that alone. I'm an introvert, and that's terrifying for me.
Yeah.
With my big sister leading the way, I would have done it.
Fine. For $4,000 to see anyone?
No. To me, it's just like not worth it. I can listen to you on Spotify. There's obviously a difference live versus like via headphones and stuff like that, and like the experience and the memories. But for $4,000, you could take like, I pretty much lived in Bali for like 8 months and only spent $4,000. So like, you know, give or take a few things.
Yeah, but I do think if I paid $4,000 to see Taylor Swift, she would have to sit in my lap and sing a song to me, and even then I might feel a bit shortchanged. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what level of experience you'd have to give me to justify. Like, I would want a week in the bloody tour bus, and to be a moment where I am on stage and she's sitting on my lap with an acoustic guitar playing whatever song I want her to. And then I might be like, it sort of seemed like it had value. Like, other than that, I don't know that any concert justifies that price.
No,
that's why we didn't do it. We did end up buying tickets to the Eras Tour movie, and we went to the movie theater, and it was a great time. We took our husbands and our brother. We all had shirts. They ruined it. They were horrible the whole time, but we had a great time. They just made fun of us the whole time and acted like butts, but we had a lovely time, and it was the best like 3.5 hours of my year that year. Probably It was a good time, and I've watched it on streaming like 6 times since.
This is the thing though, because I went to Reputation tour, and then I watched it on Netflix when it came out on New Year's Day, and I was so drunk when I saw it, I couldn't tell you if what I remember is from Netflix or from me being there. So and there was a thing with the Eras tour. I didn't experience this, but because there was so much hysteria, there was a thing they called it, I've forgotten the name of it, but that basically people were leaving the tour like not remembering any of it, and it was because it was just their brain saw it almost like a traumatic event because they were so hysterical during it. So
I could see that.
Yeah, just worth keeping in mind. Anyway, let's move on to AI. The sort of next worst thing happening in the planet. So OpenAI launched GPT-5 this week, which it claims boosts ChatGPT to PhD level. But some users of the new model have reported incorrect results being presented by the AI, though. So is there anything? I feel like we're all a group of people that are probably a bit AI averse. I'm possibly a little bit more open to AI. I'm interested in how it might help us live our lives as long as it's not replacing us. I'm interested for you guys. Is there anything that you'd like AI to do that it doesn't currently do? Sierra.
Go away. That's what I would like it to do. I would like it to just not be here. I'm not a fan of AI.
Fair enough. There's nothing. It couldn't do the shopping for you.
I don't know. So Ashley and I had went to Podfest a few years ago, and that was when Chat GPT was like first being introduced, right? Because it was like fresh. It was a very big topic. I mean, this was quite a few years ago. And I was like, man, this is super cool. We should use it for the podcast, Ash. It did nothing for me. It gave me wrong information regularly. Obviously, our podcast is true crime. So like there was one time I was looking up, I was like, write me show notes for a podcast about this. And it was like, that person is not a murderer. Stop saying that they do that. And I'm like, they literally are. I did a whole episode on them. Like, what are you talking about? I was like fighting with ChatGPT. Since then, I've literally, I don't mess with it because I feel like it's always wrong. It always gives me wrong information or not what I want. And yeah, no, I'm good
Ashley,
on
what do you
AI.
think?
So I think it does have its place. I mean, I used it to write my, what's it called when you quit a job?
Letter of resignation?
Yeah, resignation. That's the word. I used it to write that letter, and like it was a beautiful letter. I sounded very professional. So like that was cool. But it just terrifies me. Like, have you ever seen the Disney movie Smart House?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the house took over. It like locked everybody inside because it was like in love with them. Like I just feel like that's what AI is gonna do, and it's just gonna take over our lives and ruin everything.
And fall in love with us.
Yeah, fall in love with me, and I mean I'm so irresistible.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I don't love the trapping us in. Yeah, fair enough. Keara, what do you think?
Yeah, terrifying.
I don't use it that much. I don't rely on it. I think I've gotten really good at telling when people use AI versus when they don't. My mom sometimes has me like edit emails that she's writing or whatever. And I said, oh, you used AI for this. And she's like, no, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. Because there's very like dead giveaways, like the M dash, like this one dash that no one ever uses. I actually, funny enough, a few months ago, a guy messaged me and I said, you used ChatGPT, didn't you? And they're like, no, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. This is not how you speak. They called me a beautiful soul. And I was like, I agree. Thank you so much. But you would have never said that to me ever, ever, ever. And I said, there's a dash in there. We don't use dash. And they finally fessed up. But yeah, I don't like how it's almost taking away people's capacity to think clearly through things and like message normal day-to-day stuff. For small stuff here and there, sure. But like, yeah, I think a lot of people are getting a little too out of hand with AI and stuff.
Yeah. I find it interesting because I thought that this would be, and look, how many things have there been in the past 20 years? They're like, this is going to change the world, or this technology is going to be so revolutionary, and then it just fizzles away. Like I think about like virtual reality, things like that, which never really took a hold. Like, Google had those glasses that would like beam things into your eyes, stuff like that. But AI is like, it has this staying power. It is sticking around, and I think it's not going anywhere. I think it will obviously have to get better. I don't know that it's going to ever be as useful as what the company's telling it to us, like, are marketing it as. But Sierra, what are you burning to say?
I was going to say I did have AI write a beautiful song for my husband, and it actually was a nice song. So I would use it for that. I just put in, write a love story about two 18-year-olds that fell in love at Cookout, which is a fast food restaurant, and they went on to have 3 children. And it's a beautiful song. We listen to it regularly. Aww. So I would use it for that.
I've never heard this song.
It's on my phone. I'll play it for you after. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful song. You can tell it's AI, but like I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad about that. I'd use it to write more songs. It was cute.
Who sung the song?
I have no idea. An AI man.
Oh, and so the AI actually sung the song as well.
Yes, it's like an app that I downloaded on my phone. It's kind of expensive. I only got 1 free song, so like I'm not going to pay for more. But like it was a pretty song, and I listen to it regularly. Sometimes we dance to it in the kitchen. It's a very pretty song. I need to figure out how to add it to my Apple Music so I can listen to it more. But I'm like, you know what? Wow. I would use it for that.
So you're actually taking away a job from a musician. So thank you very much, Sierra.
Yes, I am 100%. And that's my fear too, because I'm a server. Like I wait tables. I've done that for a very long time. It works with my schedule, and I can still, be home with my kids. And I am terrified that like AI or just computer in general is going to just completely get rid of my job. I mean, think of like the restaurants already that like you can order at the table. I don't know if you guys have that there, but like we have restaurants that have little table side computers where you can order desserts and you can order drinks and you can do all of these things from the table. I need them not to do that because I need a job.
I'm going to be honest. And I go on this run every week, sick of going to restaurants and doing other people's job and then paying service. So no, I want to sit down and ask me, what do you want to eat? And then bring me my food and then give me the check. I don't want to pay before I've even received the food. Like that old order that we've had for God knows how many decades, if not longer, in society. Like there's a reason that works. There's a reason. I actually want somebody in 10 or 15 minutes time to just check that everything's okay. To me, that's like a normal, it feels like something's missing if I don't get asked that, even if everything's fine. It's just, there's a human part of it.
It takes away like about like being personable and like just having interaction with people. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So
now, does the UK have tipping culture? Like, I don't know. I know some countries don't tip. So like the US, I make $2 an hour. So like I work for those tips and I tell people, I'm like, I work for tips. You want me to stuff an olive with blue cheese? I'll do it for sure. Yeah. That's literally what you pay me for.
We don't have that because we have, fair wages. So
we do not. I make $2 an hour.
Yeah. You get service added to your bill. And it used to be like 10%. I think it's now 15% or higher. And that is like, if you had a really bad service, you could ask for it to be removed, but nobody would. You have that, but you would never add additional money on top. Like I remember when I was in the US last year, I was literally went to, it wasn't Starbucks, but it was somewhere like that. I'd had zero interaction with this human being other than them asking me for if I wanted fries with that or something. It was so brief, and I got asked if I wanted to tip $5. My entire order was $3. And I was like, I don't see why I should, other than the fact that the restaurant or wherever the cafe or coffee shop isn't paying that person properly, and so they're pushing that onto us.
Yeah, I think that's so I think that is a big issue right in the US right now. Like people that are making a fair wage, they're still getting tipped. I think I don't tip if I get a coffee, I tip like $1. But I don't tip like at fast food now. Even at fast food, it'll be like tip, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. They make more than minimum wage for sure. And I mean, our minimum wage isn't great, but I'm like, no. Now servers, I'll tip them all day. I always tip because I know they only make $2.13 an hour. Yeah. So I'm like, yes, for sure, 100%. I'll tip them 25% because it's not added to the bill and they deserve every penny. And I believe in karma and I need money. So if I tip them well, I make money.
I'm just looking up what minimum wage is. So minimum wage in the UK is £12.21, which is $16 an hour. So that's why we don't have a tipping culture.
That's not our minimum wage.
Yeah.
Well, very state by state. Some states are a little higher.
Some states are. In the state of North Carolina, our minimum wage is the federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour. Is it $7.25 or $7.55? I think it's $7.25. Either way.
And is that if you don't get paid that, are there any repercussions or not? Like, is it illegal?
So as a server, I have to make at least $7.25 an hour, but they only pay me $2.13. So if my tips do not make up to $7.25 an hour, they have to pay the difference. But I always do. I mean, I average far more than minimum wage because I'm a great server.
There we go. What sort of restaurant?
So
yeah. What sort of
I work in it's a grill and tap house, so it's really just very American food, burgers, Philly cheesesteaks, pizza, wings, and then we have 112 beers on tap. So like that's what draws people in is like the beer.
Wow.
Yep, and it's all like mostly local, but like craft beer, like IPAs and Hellenbachs and sours, and it's just very that's what brings people in is the beer.
Yeah. Wow.
And I've worked there for 12 years, so I mean, yeah, like I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to work there, make my money, work 3 days a week, and be good.
Do you know every beer?
No, because they change every day. We never have the same 112.
Oh, wow.
So only 30 of them are always the same. There's 30 beers that are core beers, and then the other beers, once the keg is gone, it's gone, and a new beer gets tapped. So no, I do not. I know all of the styles. Like I can pretend I know what beers are on tap, but they literally change week by week. I mean, they're completely gone, and you'll never see them again.
How's the menu work with 130 beers?
It's on an iPad.
Oh, okay.
So it updates in real time. We sync it every time we change a beer. We sync it, and every table updates. Every table gets an iPad, and that's like people are like, "Oh, do I order on this?" I'm like, "No, never. You will never order on that iPad as long as I have something to do with it because I need to be paid."
Wow.
So it's just a list. Nothing fancy.
But AI would probably know all the beers.
Yeah, AI probably would, and that's what I'm saying. It's an issue.
No, AI wouldn't know the beers. AI would guess what the beer was and tell you it was wine. That's what AI would do. All right, we are going to go to a break, and we'll be back after this. And we are back on doing the thing. Now, we are joined by Ashley and Sierra from Weekly Dose of Wicked and Keara Callahan from For Better Days. Before we get into our next topic, Ashley and Sierra, Weekly Dose of Wicked is a true crime podcast. So I need to ask the question of what's your favourite true crime story you've ever covered?
I think we probably have different ones. I think my favorite is still the first episode we ever did, which was Heidi Allen. Mm-hmm. That's what made us start the podcast, just because it was like so close to our lives, because it was a local case to where we're from. And I'm obsessed with that case to this day. I still follow like updates, and that video on TikTok still gets comments of people that are like, I just heard about this. I'm like, it's crazy because it happened in 1994.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then I think Ashley probably is her disgusting case.
So I got a lot of flack from the podcast. I'm going to say it again, so I'll probably get flack again. But I have a favorite serial killer. Not that I like him, but I like his case. So Willie Picton, he's from Canada, and he's like a pig farmer. And he would like kill a bunch of sex workers and then feed them to his pigs.
Oh.
It was disgusting. It was the worst hour of my life.
I love
so those were our first 2 episodes.
Keara's was actually like a paid actor in that moment. That was brilliant. Wow.
I'm not saying he's my favorite as like I like him. I don't. He's a disgusting human being. But his
Allegedly.
case.
That's our opinion. That's what the lawyer said.
Yeah, allegedly. My opinion is he's a little disgusting. But that case, it just like captivates me. I don't know.
Have anybody on this show watched what was it? Where is Amy Bradley? What was that documentary?
I've not seen it yet. I know what you're talking about. I've not seen it yet, but it is on my watch list of when I have time to sit and binge watch 100%.
Sorry. It's called
Is
Amy
she the
Bradley
one
is
from the
Missing.
crew?
Yeah, Amy Bradley is Missing. That was what it was called. Yeah, she disappeared on a cruise. And nobody knows where she is.
I also haven't watched it because I'm going on a cruise soon and I don't want to disappear.
Oh, well, fair enough. If anything, you should watch it so you know how to not disappear.
Oh.
Right.
True. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe help you out on what not to do on your cruise.
Yeah. There's
That
actually a whole
being
show
said-
on people disappearing on cruises.
That being said, I think after watching that documentary, I like severely don't want to go on any cruises now. So yeah, probably not the thing to watch. It's sort of like not watching the Titanic before you go on a cruise.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. Keara, do you have any favorite murderers or serial killers?
No, so the thing is, I was super into like true crime podcasts during COVID because I had nothing to do and I was going on like 5 to 10 kilometer walks every day that I started to sketch myself out so much that I couldn't listen to them anymore. My parents left me home alone for like a week when they went on like a vacation or something. And I was so paranoid after listening and binging all of these true crime podcasts that I haven't touched one in like 4 years because I'm still paranoid. I couldn't like go on runs. Like I walk. I mean, it's probably helped me for the better. I'm more precautious about like my surroundings, but I only go on runs or walks with like one headphone in, just so that I can hear anything. So no one's sneaking up behind me, but I had this perpetual fear that I'd be on a walk or a run and somebody was just going to grab me from their car and yeah, no murderers that are my favorites because I'm too paranoid to be a victim.
To be honest, though, that's probably just good advice in general. Like, if you're out and about, you should be aware of your surroundings. So no, fair enough. Well, moving on to nicer things. So the most popular book genre currently, and this is new data that came out a few weeks ago, is romantasy, which is the combination of romance and fantasy, with series like ACOTAR and Fourth Wings. I feel like there's a comeback with books. Like, I feel like that's much more a part of the culture now. Have anybody on this call really gotten back into reading? Have you been into reading for a long time? Keara's nodding, so I'm going to you.
Yeah, I used to not be the reader in my family. That was my sister. She would fall asleep reading books. I never touched a book besides like my textbooks in school. But again, I think COVID kind of kickstarted this, at least from like my perspective and like what I see online. But because of COVID, I've read over like 200 books in the last like 5 years. Lots of romance, fantasy, personal development was like a huge one for me then. But I read like 20 in a row and I was like, okay, I need to give it a break. So then I got into like the romance, fantasy, ACOTAR, Fourth Wing realm of the books, and I like them.
Yeah. What do you like? I'm interested. What do you like about romance and fantasy books?
You don't have to think. I say that in a good way, because like when you read like personal development or business books or stuff like that, you actively have to think and like remember things. And here you actually just get to relax and just plug yourself into a storyline and enjoy it. It's like watching your favorite show. It's just like very calming and relaxing, and not like it gives your brain a break from like external stimulus, I think. Yeah.
Ashley, Sierra, what do you think?
So I've definitely got back into reading. Not in the last year because, you know, I've been a little busy with a baby. But before that, I was probably reading like 1 to 2 books a week. I got my siblings all got together, got me a Kindle for my birthday a couple years ago. So like I was huge into reading. But the fantasy thing, that's not for me. I like romance books, and I really like mystery thriller books, but I just can't get on board with the fantasy. I tried A Court of Thorns and Roses or whatever it's called. Yeah. And it's just not my style of books.
Interesting. Sierra, what about you?
I think I've always been a pretty avid reader. I mean, my whole life, like I've always loved to read. From I feel like the moment I started reading, I always had a book. So I have a Kindle. I read still. I would say not a book a week, because I like to go back and forth. I like to like read 3 or 4 books, watch a TV series. You know, I like to switch it up. But I am not a fan of romantasy. I love a good smut novel. Like I'm all about a good single mom moving back to her hometown, getting back with her ex. You know, I'm all about that. But I just can't get behind, other than Twilight. I liked Twilight. But otherwise, I haven't read the ACOTAR or whatever it is. Those just don't really appeal to me. I'm big on smut, and
maybe you should try it though.
I might. Kind of smutty. I know. I hear they are, so maybe I would like it. I don't know. I just can't. Anytime somebody suggests one, I'm like, I don't know about that. And I also like books that get turned into shows. Like if I know a book's going to become a show or a movie, I'm like, let me read it real quick, because I want to see. I like to watch what I think it looked like in my head to the screen. So like The Summer I Turned Pretty, I read all of that before it came out. Colleen Hoover, I've read I think every Colleen Hoover book, and she's got 3 other movies in the works right now that are getting ready to come out that I'm super excited for. So yeah, I mean, I've always loved books though. My kids and I go to the library once a week.
Wow. Well, and the good thing about a Colleen Hoover movie is that you get a world of drama outside of the movie as well.
Exactly. I read the whole case file. It was a good time.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That surprises me less, Sierra, having listened to your podcast, that you read the case file for that.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, I'm big into the research of it. I was like, let me read all of the court documents. Yeah. And they made it very easy for us because there was a website. So it was very easy to just read through, and it was wonderful. I was like, this is great.
Wow. There we go. And that is citizen journalism. Anyway, we are running out of time. Thank you so much, Ashley, Sierra, and Keara, for joining us today on Doing the Thing. Keara, I'm going to start with you. For Better Days, where can people listen to it, and where can people find you?
You can listen to it on Spotify every Wednesday, and you can find me at forbetterdaysclub.com. No, not .com. For Better Days Club on Instagram, or Keara Callahan on Instagram.
Amazing. And Ashley and Sierra, where can people find you and Weekly Dose of Wickets?
We're available on all major podcasting platforms. We also have episodes on Wednesdays. They're kind of sporadic lately. We haven't been as great. We're trying to do better about every Wednesday. That's our goal. And then we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We kind of got off of X because Ashley didn't know how to use it.
Yeah, we kind of got off of YouTube too.
Yeah, YouTube is mean, so don't go on YouTube. But other than that, we're on all other platforms. Just look in Weekly Dose of Wicked. It pops right up.
Amazing. I'm James Gilmore, and you can just find me here on Wizard Radio Station, I guess. Well, thank you very much. And remember to catch new episodes of Doing the Thing on Wizard Radio Station every Sunday from 8 p.m. UK time and on all podcast platforms from Monday morning. We'll see you next week.